So you saw the executing on trades part 2 where we talk about this winning trade, and anything that is executing on trades, what I want to do is I want to show you the before and after. So right here, I just recorded this one. So right here, this is the next trade that I have taken. This was a trade taken on the 13th of February, and this is live right now. This is happening right now. I don't care if this results in a loss. I will still document this as being a loss, as executing on trades, because you need to understand that if it's a win, if it's a loss, the market is the market, right? It doesn't matter if it's a win or if it's a loss, as long as I stick to my edge. And so I want to show you exactly why I entered on this trade. So on the daily, we can see that the market has started to react very nicely bullish. So we have this, overall the structure is bearish, right? You can see that overall the structure is bearish, but that does not mean that we can't take advantage of internal structure, because if you're always waiting for internal and external to align, you're going to wait a long time, right? Sometimes you won't, and sometimes you will have a lot of trades, but the more you, for example here, internal and external aligned, but right here they are misaligned again. Internal switched a little bit bullish. That's why now I am short-term bullish, expecting the market to basically reach this extreme right here. Sorry that there's an arrow here. I basically use this as the forecast. Let's remove this. Okay, so I'm expecting the market to come towards this extreme right here. And notice where my take profit is. My take profit is not at the high. I do not set take profits at the high. My take profit is 12 pips below the swing high, right? Keep that in mind. My take profit is 12 pips below the swing high. I personally don't like to hold trades to the swing highs. We've talked about this, right? So with that being said, on the 12-hour, we had a very nice reaction right here. So we have move lower, right? Market shift comes to the extreme, closes the fair value gap, and starts moving higher. Therefore, when I see this, I'm like, okay, this is very likely to move to the upside. On the 4-hour, we have, again, also move lower, followed by this reversal, taps the order block, moves to the upside, taps the order block, moves to the upside. So what do I want to execute on? I want to execute on longs, because we've tapped the order block, and we've seen that happening. Taps the order block, moves to the upside. Taps the order block, moves to the upside. Taps the order block. What do you expect after? Moves to the upside. Therefore, this is the trade that I took. I waited for the 4-hour close, and I executed on a little bit of a power of 3. So you can see right here on the 1-hour, we also had the power of 3 on the 1-hour. And then on the 15-minute, basically, I executed and this area, which is a 5-minute fair value gap, right? So 5-minute fair value gap and order block. I actually executed on the order block, but because of spreads, this is the actual entry 4888. That was the actual entry. So with that being said, that is executing on trades part 3. I will come here after the trade closes, after I close the trade, and let you know the result. No matter if it's a win, no matter if it's a loss, doesn't really matter, right? So with that being said, this is the exact reason I entered. Daily bias is clear. I do believe the market is moving bullish. 12-hour, the direction is clear. I do believe the market is going to move bullish. Then we have, by the way, we have London session right here. We have London session, we have London session open right here. This is London open. Market moves extremely lower, sweeps the low, taps the 4-hour order block, starts to move higher. What happens on the 1 minute? Notice. Flip, moves lower, taps. This is the reversal. You can take the reversal. Moves higher, you can take the continuation. I took the continuation. So with that being said, that is the bootcamp. That is the bootcamp executing on trades part 3. I will let you know the results now. Now. Okay, so right now, this is the end of the day, and the trade resulted in a -1 right here. This is the one that I forecasted, and then afterwards, I entered in another trade, and I'll show you the whole thought process right here in the afternoon, result in a 1.14. to be fair, the idea was that this is going to be a 1.8 hour trade, but this was a very, very quick move. In 30 minutes, or even less than 30 minutes, we were already in 1 hour profit, and then Trump was going to speak, and now we just swept the high. So there were so many things running through my mind, and I was like, you know what, might as well just take the profits, and I did. But yeah, the first trade resulted in a loss, so everything was according to plan. You can see everything was according to plan, resulted in a loss. One of the things that I do want to mention is I was always mentioning the fact that there is a chance that we get tagged out of the market and it still moves in the direction that we forecasted, because I was mentioning the 4-hour fair value gap, right? The 4-hour fair value gap, and that the possibility of it being wicked, right? The price could close the 4-hour fair value gap, which would tag me out, right? We have the close of the fair value gap right there, and I was already mentioning I can get tagged out and then react bullish. I mentioned all of it, right? Then I said that is a stop loss for me. If the market reverses after the stop loss, I will re-enter. And then eventually I said, I'm in GU again. Also, I'm in the Metro. I was stressing in the Metro, had no mobile data. And then I closed for only 1.14 hour. Reason I'm not at the computer, meaning it's the thing. When I'm not at the computer, I'm not focused. Therefore, I can't make as many good decisions. So I would rather focus on getting what I have right now. Then a lot of volatility. Trump is still speaking today, and I'm being a little bit of a bitch. And then besides cutting the trade early, I'm very happy with the overall execution and read of the market. Pair selection was on point, taking a loss and not feeling emotional, and re-entering when we had to re-enter. Because a lot of people, what ends up happening is that they take the loss and they're like, oh, fuck this. Oh my God, they just tagged me out at the low. And then you forget that there's another possibility of a trade for you to enter. And what was this trade based on? Well, again, New York manipulation, moves lower, range, sweep, starts to break higher. And then notice, we move higher, and there you go. That is my market execution right there. And then the market quickly moves to the upside. I executed right here, basically. So this was a 15-minute trade. It's insane. 15 minutes, I was able to get everything back in the Metro. So I was like, you know what? I'll take it. Right, so that was basically executing on trades part 3. You can see we have the daily bias, we have the direction pretty much in play. So we saw the 12-hour, and we saw that there was a high likelihood that the market was going to move up. Then we had the manipulation, then we had the confirmation, and then we have the entry. That's all that it is, right? So with that being said, I think this is a great way to finish off with the executing on trades, because you see a loss, you see a win in one specific video. So again, the reason I'm making this is because the 3 executing on trades videos, and this is the last one of this bootcamp, is because, no joke, I was like, okay, I'm going to execute on the trade. I'm going to show it. In this case, it was basically 2 wins and 1 loss. So you have now just seen everything. So with that being said, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. Click right here to watch the next one. And if you are struggling with overtrading, then click right here to check out Trade Blocker. Peace.